Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, shout out to Phone Calls from Prison, and shout out to Pam, the Law Intellect, and Real Talk Bougie, because I thought it would be funny or good, even a nice addition to add their reaction and summarization of this April 8th, 2024 hearing that we've been leading up to in the text messages that I'm reading. Ernesto Williams had a pre-indictment hearing on April 8th, 2024.
He came walking off the back. He had his little orange Cobb County, and he was like, came walking out or whatever, looking disheveled. Had the afro, the orange jumpsuit that probably been washed 100 times. It was all dingy.
And supposedly Sonya was going to show up to this hearing, but I don't think there was any traces or any evidence that she was actually there. But I wanted to compare the reactions of the bloggers to Sonya and Ernesto's communications following that hearing. Sonya, 4/8/2024. Okay, love you, Sonya. So they are still lying in court. So this is after the hearing. You don't know a 14-year-old kid, nor are you ever around people's kids alone. Girl, how do you know, man? How do you know? Sonya, should I call defense office to request to replace Hannah? You're not going to win with her. They purposely gave you the worst attorney in the office. Ernest, thank you for being there for me. You see, Dan, sad face, DAM. So he says, thank you for being there for me. You see. So, I guess Sonya was there. I guess. I don't know how anybody missed her. Did she have on a Michael Jackson disguise? Did she have on a cap and sunglasses? All right, so they're trying to fire Hannah. Sonya, babe, write a letter on here to the Georgia Defense Office asking to replace your counsel and why you feel it's needed. This is very serious and complex case, and she is not experienced enough to defend your innocence. I will email it to Pamela, the lady in charge today. Everything must be in writing. Sonya, write me on paper your thoughts on court and what happened. Ernest, sorry, I had to take a nap, let my med kick in. As you see while in court, me and her going back and forth about challenging those two white conniving hoods. I'm glad you caught when they said the laptop was used by my 14-year-old daughter. What an effing liar. Sonya, you need to speak in court. You need to speak on every lie told. You need to clear your name now. Think about it. Ernest, it's 4/9. Good morning, my love. You're right. I have to do it now. That's the only way I can get some help, I guess he's trying to say. Ernest, what avenues do you feel I should use? And will they listen to what I'm saying? How do you think me speaking on it will help? Ernest, I also need to know if you can find an investor who will invest and help me get out on bond. That's what I've been saying. Why she can't find an investor? To me, that's the only way I can get out and find a lawyer who will challenge the state like Ashley Merchant, who went up against Fonnie. To me, it's the only winning solution. The DA is using the assault charges to play against one another. The actual assault charges. This DA doesn't care about truth, only winning, and will do whatever she has to for that, even lie. I have to have an attorney who's powerful and will stand up and expose the truth. So Ernesto, let me ask you this. They're hanging on this 14-year-old, the age or whatever. Why does your ex-wife / baby mama, Martha, and her child not speak to you anymore? Dre asked you that question and you played it down, act like you don't know what's going on. Martha doesn't speak to you anymore. Martha is on the witness list, I believe, and her daughter, which is a victim, they saw your child pee on your laptop. You forgot about that part? You forgot about that part. You hanging on the age being wrong, but you're not talking about how they gave statements. Okay, but anyway, let me continue. I have to have an attorney who's powerful and will stand up and expose the truth. Lastly, who would I be talking to that would help to clear my name? Who has the following that would hear what I'm saying once the convo is released to the public? Like I told you, I could sit 4 to 5 years until this DA is prepared to go to trial, etc. Everything I've told you about this legal process is true. The detective lied several times, shaking my head. And did they leak the court proceeding from yesterday at all? Now I see why she dismissed the case, so that she could have it all documented during a preliminary hearing. I also need to get out so I can hire a professional analyst that doesn't work for the state. Once I'm out, I can raise my own capital, and if ever indicted, I can file motion to get the social media restriction lifted, because it's a part of how I earn income. What? So I think the only loophole that they kind of had was that in the hearing, Pam explained that Hannah was saying the analyst that analyzed the CP photos didn't analyze it directly from his laptop. They had extracted the stuff and put it on something else.
Although we heard of the images, we don't hear conclusive testimony that the laptop belonged to him, or that he had any personal knowledge that these pictures were on there, or that, about these images. And we know that they weren't attached to any email that was attached to him. So his computer was extracted. It was placed, whatever the extractions were with the software, on their forensic computer. That's where they extracted it. And that's what she looked at, was the actual extraction. She didn't look at his computer, is what she was saying.
And she did determine that in 4 of the pictures, there were underage girls. So that's the only loophole they probably would have. But again, why would they set Ernesto up on something like that? But they choose to focus on the RICO, the theft by deception and all that stuff. They chose to focus on that versus the CP stuff. Is it because there is a loophole where he may not get a guilty charge for those in the end? I don't know, but regardless, Ernesto had the laptop for 2 years. So Nesto wants to find a loophole. Nesto wants to find a glitch in the system. He's not saying those are not mine, I didn't do it, whatever. He's not acknowledging that he was chilling at the baby mama house and the grandkids was on the laptop. He's not saying any of that. He's just trying to find a glitch in the system, basically.
So they were going over the probable cause. They interviewed the little white lady. Remember, they talked about Detective Natalie, right? And I guess they also talked to the expert who reviewed the child. So we heard a lot about what we've been hearing about for a long time, right? And Nesto is in serious trouble. This is what we know. Nesto is in serious trouble. Clearly there was something there. The children came up and corroborated some of the evidence. So not only was it seen in the computer, if you have a family member who knows that piece of evidence, who's like, they're going to be able to say, oh, that's my wife's necklace.
Right.
That's my wife's purse. Mm-hmm. That's my wife's computer. I mean, if he has a sign on, if he's checked email, if he has done other transactions in that computer, how is it your computer for some things and not your computer for other things? And how is it in the vehicle you're driving that's registered in Shirley's name? What is it? The F-350, right?
Ernest, I don't need to fire Hannah as of now. Yeah, because she did try to argue the case. I've been able to stay informed due to bond hearings. Other than that, it would be no motion and no information. I'm still not indicted and no attorney is going to move like we need while I'm not indicted and still in custody. Yeah, so slow your roll. I haven't been formally charged yet, which means it's not official, only an allegation or complaint. The guy who offed takeoff had $1 million bond and made it. Once someone posted 100K. Someone had to rally for him and collaborate with others, and the same can happen here, especially if someone knows the truth and wants to help me. The investment to help will be reimbursed through proceeds at the conclusion of me being found innocent. Nesto, who's going to believe that? Who's going to believe they're going to get their money back? Ernest, let's get the phone records from Joe that Hannah says she ordered 2 weeks ago, which will help show my innocence, and then I can move forward with exposing the truth, with releasing that truth to the public. But yes, let's allow Hannah to get as much info as possible first. See, Sonya is just too trigger happy on replacing these attorneys. You know, it would help if Ernesto was innocent. That would help. You wouldn't have to keep doing that. Sonya, you need another attorney. Look at her. Look at her. Everyone that went. Okay, but here's the thing. You get another one, Sonya. How do you know they're going to be good? How do you know they're going to represent him well? I mean, how many attorneys do you think there are out there that can get him off when he's not even innocent? My God. Everyone that went to court said that. You need to go on Friday live via phone and dispute the lies told in court so far. Don't speak on your defense, just the lies told in court. Your character regarding kids and how you would never hurt a child in any way. That Pam girl blogger was there and they ran 2 stories so far. Negative, of course. No, she just explained what happened at the hearing. It wasn't negative. She told exactly what happened.
Fields. Now, y'all know we done heard about Natalie Fields. That's who gets dragged on these phone calls. I wanted to report that someone had not been paying rent. So I went by the location and I noticed that there were vehicles. There were vehicles all through the driveway. So I got home and started running the plates. Ran the plates and I seen one of those belong to Ernest Williams. And when I saw that it belonged to Ernest Williams, I also saw that he had outstanding warrants for some theft by deception. So what I did was I started staking them out. You know, we started investigating them. So then they got to a point where I guess they were going to arrest him. But one day, she driving through Roswell.
Here come Nesto.
And she said, right next to her. She's going one way, and Ernest Williams is going the other one. So she called her partner like, yo, guess what?
Ernest, okay, so what's live via phone with who? More media coverage, y'all. More media coverage. Sonya, Bible Lady is the only choice, or just me and you on my channel. You know what? That would have been a good idea. Only discussing court and the lies told. Just what has happened so far, like we do on the phone. To sit quietly while they lie is a problem. That you never looked a CP alone or with a child. That you never looked at CP alone or with the child or possess it. Correct every lie told in court. Ernest, okay. Sonya, I love you. Chin up. Sunday visit. Sonya, total $1,162,000 bond. Okay, so it's not $2 million anymore, Ernest. Ernest, thank you, my love. Now go get it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Ernest, 410. Wait till tomorrow and call Dre now that I have an accurate number on bond. And if he says no, then I'm out of ideas as of now. No? To do what? Hannah's boss is not who you think, but it's the person on the paper I sent you in one of the envelopes I sent, actually. After all the lies told yesterday, those were devastating, and everyone who knows me knows that, all the way down to her saying she was investigating me at the house because the report said they came when I was arrested. Who came? But she was on stand saying she investigated for several weeks. Then Hannah asked if I was arrested July 6th. And she said, yes. Ernesto, you were investigated weeks prior to your arrest, okay? Okay? You know how we know that? Because the person you were not paying rent to, whose house you had cars at, That person, they said you weren't paying rent. So after that, after they came and reported that, you were being investigated. What part of that don't you understand? What does July 6th have to do anything? Weren't you arrested in July? On the 7th? I just don't know what to do anymore. I did not do any of this at all. Ernest, I love you. Sonya, I love you. Hannah should have corrected her in court. She never do. That's a problem. Why wouldn't she ask you in court if that's true, then object? She needs to be replaced. The file will move to the next lawyer. Can't be worse. Yes, it can. She is not built to fight, or she don't give an F. Ernest, good morning, baby. How are you feeling? Sonya, I'm good today. Missing you. You talk to him all the time. How you missing him? And if you were actually in court, you just saw him. Ernest, so that you understand, let him break it down to her again. I cannot replace Hannah until after an indictment. Fulton County wrote me back and told me the same thing, that I don't qualify for new public defender because the case is still in complaint stage. Essentially, this means that all she can and will do for me is keep me in court for bond hearings, and I can also have her push me to receive the transcripts on all the bond hearings I've already had so that I can compare and document the discrepancies and lies that were told. The only hope now is for me to bond out. It's the only thing left in the options list. So see, she want to change lawyers because she don't have no way to get him out of jail, basically. She wants to get another lawyer and pray they let him off so she don't have to hustle and find an investor. Or apply for that loan they sent her in the mail. Please. Child, please. Or put it on her credit card. I'm practically trapped between bonding out and sitting here for another 2 years until a potential trial that would ultimately free me. Hannah isn't built to fight, correct, but when I'm indicted or if, then they'll provide me with a lawyer that will prepare for fighting in court. Hannah is only qualified to bargain pleas and handle pre-indictment matters, which limits her reach on my cases. Also, if a lawyer is paid to present special evidence to the court that proves my innocence, perhaps would be another possible route that could bring some productivity. So it's important that we continue to gather as much proof that refute the allegations as possible so that if such a lawyer comes about, they will have the ammunition to go forward. Ernest. Also, I figure they want to get one of the actual charges opposed to the grape charge, which naturally should be the worst charge I have, and as a result carry a higher bond, but as we see, it doesn't. So if you notice, it's all just a strategy to hold me and keep the court on the prosecutor's side for as long as possible. Bonded out will allow me to fight from outside. So to help clear my name, I feel I need you to sit with Bible Lady and see if she has any idea of someone who could help the bonding situation. I have no huge following that would induce someone to come forward, but that's what I'll need you to link with her about. Now see, if you kept that Instagram, she could be posting it on your IG that you were doing a fundraiser. Instead of just doing a blind GoFundMe with her picture on it, you could have been posting it on your IG. Hello. Connect to Cash App or Zelle or something. Donate to Ernesto's legal fund. Now, GoFundMe you can't do that with, but if you would have just done, Cash App me for his legal fund or, whatever. These people are crazy. I mean, Ernesto is dumb, but he didn't realize he's working with dumber and dumbest to try to get some money. Po thing. So he's saying, if I'm free, I can raise money to provide for the necessary financial obligations towards any assistance I will have received to get out of here. But I need someone to rally any potential supporters. Wink, wink, hint, hint. The facts should be sufficient to support our position when you all propose to anyone concerning any help we are requesting. Sonya, I hear you, love. No, you don't. She will be there Sunday. I'll be out of town. You will speak on your concerns regarding the lies told in court. It's hard to bring innocent people with support down. The media has reached out because Fulton County stay in the news. A lot is going on. Ernest, okay, reached out to who, love? Sonya, media. Oh, God. Everything is all jumbled up because of this lady. The media reached out to the media. I've been conversing with 11 Live. Oh, my God. And another news source reached out to me regarding this case. They're watching the DA office looking for issues. It's other things I won't mention here, but Fulton is under investigation big time. Disbarment and jail time for people in their office, I hear. Okay. Ernest, okay, baby, so how is that going to help me? Sonya, can't say. No privacy. Feel better. It's hard, I know. Don't lose hope. Ernest, okay, baby, I want only because you believe in, okay, he's trying to say I won't. He won't lose hope because you believe in me. Thank you. Ernest, 410. When are you coming back and when are the bank statements coming? Sonya, I'm back Monday. This is 411. Of course, she'll be back Monday. I'll check on statements Friday. Why didn't Hannah object to the lie 14-year-old daughter-ish? All your kids were grown when you bought the computer. Were they? No, they weren't. No, they weren't. And listen, he's not going to correct it either. And they were never around you like that. Transcripts were picked up yesterday to that hearing. Sonya, every case that DA has done will be examined after her lies are exposed. Tell Deon to send that video to your attorney if you feel she's not in bed with the DA. Ernest, good morning, baby. Sonya, good morning, handsome man. She needs to stop lying to him like that. Ernest, I do not trust my defense team. I've said that before. Okay, well, Ernest, just lie down there. Just lie down. Just lie down. You can't trust nobody. If you ain't got no fight in you, just lie down. I mean, what are you gonna do then if you don't trust them? But there's no way these cases shouldn't have been dropped Monday. The only way I can get that video is for Deon to get it from Bible Lady. I can tell they've already spoke. So here's a code for him to know that Bible Lady and I spoke. Video is about the person who kicked my motorcycle down in the garage after they bought bread from the store without the correct change brought back. Oh my God. That is the code statement. Your motorcycle. Because if something happens to him, that video will be lost. So I need to start putting that together now in case of that event. I'm thankful he emailed Bible Lady after Judge Adams' hearing to correct things concerning me and my kids. That was good because Bible Lady can see the lies repetitively coming out. Oh, okay. So you're thanking Deon for correcting the age. Okay. I don't hear you not speaking loud enough. Deon did something right. Okay. But when Deon stressed it over the phone, did Ernesto say thank you for reaching out to correct the lies about the age? I mean, not that it matters, but just asking. I hate that you and he had a disagreement because we would be so much ahead of the game by now. Well, whose fault is that, Ernesto? But it's okay. We'll use what we have. And I know people still don't believe me after the court video from this last hearing, but that's okay too, because we have the facts coming together to prove. You can email Joe and inform him that I will start publicizing this whole ordeal because all I asked was them to gather information to take to the DA and show my innocence, but they didn't do that. The Bible Lady must stress to them that I cannot trust anything my defense team says, and the court hearings prove it. I have to defend myself now by publicizing things. Tell me how many followers Bible Lady has as well. Ernest, what's the lady's name who's doing the whistleblowing you mentioned last night? I guess you wanted the bloggers to pick up on her name so that they follow her, etc. What's her name? And I would need a lawyer who can take my case pro bono, being it is a high-profile case. Is it? That's why I mentioned Ashley Merchant as a possibility. Maybe she works for a firm that would like to further expose the Fulton County DA and their misconduct. Also prepare Bible Lady to make an intro on her page that I will be making a public appearance through our visit to speak for the first time about the various injustices and the prejudicial practices being administered by the DA's office. If I get a pro bono attorney, they would work diligently enough to more than likely have all these cases dismissed, and by the end you'd have all your facts gathered in a way that would supply the attorney with all the tools needed to be successful in their endeavor. Why Nesto think that these CP charges are going to be dismissed when they found probable cause at the hearing? Why does he think that?
Then DDA Winfrey got up and said, I submit that probable cause has been established. She said the distractions were done. Basically the stuff they had his name on it. She said the computer was in his possession. It was obtained in a computer in the truck that he was driving at the time. And we heard the testimony basically that he always has the truck. So she said she believed that there was probable cause.
Ernest, email Hannah and tell her I wish to go ahead and waive my indictment on all cases. Essentially, this means my cases can be indicted quickly and I can assert my right to a speedy trial, and then within 180 days, they have to try me or dismiss the cases. They will not be prepared to go to trial because they have no witnesses and it's all lies. Once I'm indicted, they will appoint me a trial lawyer who will do everything that Hannah isn't doing because they will be obligated to prepare for trial, and the DA will be obligated to provide me with everything they say they have against me, and it will apply pressure, oh Lord, to the DA to come on with it. I will also send a letter to Hannah too. Ernest, tell Joe now. Sonya, okay, yes, it is sad about Deon, but he comes off a bit different. Girl, no, you just don't know how to get along with people. You don't know how to talk to people. You don't have no understanding. You don't listen, and you just not for people. You're not for people. It's not Deon, it's you. As my husband would say, it's you. The focus should only be helping you. I hope he wasn't lying about having the video because he knows you need that from him, and he never had it before when asked 6 months ago. No, he just don't want to waste time on something that's not going to prove your innocence, one, and two, would get him in more trouble than he's already in. But see, Ernesto's, it's Sonya talking. Sonya's understanding is so bad, she don't get that part. Sonya, I'll reach out to Bible Lady and I'll let Hannah know your wishes. Why she didn't speak up in court when it was on record is a problem. Need to be representing parking tickets. This is not her niche. Love you. Girl, goodbye. Why don't you get up there and represent them then? Is it your niche? Ernest, I called Lewis today and he pulled up today because I told him I needed some advice. Oh, really? Okay. He showed me the dismissal order and explained that the clock does not start over with the recharge, is still pending, etc. And also gave me Hannah's boss, Joy Walker, to contact in regards to her poor representation. He said they dismissed the case because it was a typo error when they were in front of Judge Manning. The error was the inaccurate date. Also, he informed me that with a capital case, I cannot waive indictment, but with the other cases, I can. So I plan to do that. I've already accepted that unless someone gets creative in thought and ideas, I will not make bond being as high as it is. Good. I'm glad you're okay with that. I also see you've been talking to your new friend, the lady who works for the government. Why would you put that in quotes, you big dummy? Which is a good, in all caps, thing. Smiley face. He's so dumb. So he's talking about California government lady who I personally think is Dominique. I personally think it's her. Nobody's told me much different. So I'm going to go with that. But who am I? I'm not in the legal system. I'm not an investigator. I don't know. As you both are obviously sharing thoughts and information that will help your loved ones out of this mess. So I hope you get your RV because at least you'll be enjoying yourself in life. I won't be going anywhere for at least 2 to 3 years based on how this DAB B-I-T-C-H, does things. Ooh. Shaking my head. OJ died today, and I feel the ish he was going through prior to. Boy, bye. I hope you enjoyed your day, and thanks for the last pic you sent. I will also add that I need to get it out of my mind that everyone is not like me, and I can't think in that aspect. Yeah, because everybody don't have a criminal mind, a dumb criminal mind like you. You know, you don't even have a thorough criminal mind. Just a dumb criminal mind. So no, everyone is not like you. I'm hoping that everyone can see that I'm not guilty and it is my defense who is incompetent when dealing with a ferocious, that's his favorite word, ferocious beast of a DA that I have. Oh, you think that one's ferocious? You just wait. Same day, 4/11. Hey, so when can I order some new books to keep me preoccupied mentally, because this ish is seriously depressing. Also, if you pull the dismissal hearing online, you'll see how the DA played Hannah like a puppet on a wide scale that is being publicized through social media. Nesto, how do you know? I'm trying to figure out, how does Nesto know what's going on social media? Aside from Sonya, because Sonya ain't told him that great of detail for him to be saying that. 4/12. Sonya, when you are in court, does Hannah say anything or does she act like she's for the state? It's like she doesn't give an F. Passing the time. This is your life. While I'm wondering what's up with the lies about the daughters. Like all transcripts are coming to trial. These prosecutors forget the oath taken when they were hired. It's to find truth, not a win. A lot of bad Christians in this world. Good morning, baby. It's like she don't give an F. Anyone can see that ish. Sad face. Sonya, you should have told her that. I would have said how it is. You took a job that requires you to defend me at your best ability, and yet you move like you hate this job or less than competent to do it. Why are you a lawyer? Sonya, Hannah said, thanks for sharing. I sent her your message. Ernest, okay, I love you. Are you going to check on bank statements today? Oh, God. Sonya, yes, I will call the bank. I love you. Ernest, are you and the Bible lady going to talk about everything on the channel tonight about what happened this week? And also, I'm down to $5 after texting you so much. Oh, God. Oh, he's such a broke bugaboo. Ernest, also, how was your day? And did you go check out the RV place? Why? This girl ain't buying no RV. When you do have someone take pics of you in front of the RV, whole body frame, so I can at least keep hope alive. I hope Deon got you the video. And lastly, what is the reporter blogger name you spoke? And see, she says she read all his messages, but she do not address his questions. What is the reporter blogger name you spoke about on the phone? Because if I have to have her come see me, etc., then that's what I have to do. Also, you were right that Roswell was racially profiling me. Joe was saying before that you were wrong for saying that, SMH, but I don't think that. It's amazing how many people have said you're bad for my case when it's the opposite. It's like they want me to go down. Anyone who uses their heads and reads the details of the case should see I'm innocent. Thank you for supporting me with your strong mindset. Without it, I'd be doomed. You definitely need to get your son out of here. ATL is no longer the Black Mecca. It's an illusion. Nesto, you've been part of the illusion, my brother. Sonya, unless you're in bed and somebody political, Atlanta is the worst place to be, being black. She sent a copy of her text asking Deon to forward her the video this morning and has yet to hear back from him. It's Friday. I'm sure he's cutting hair. I told her to give it till Monday, and let's see what happens. I hope he does have it and that he was not lying about having it just for whatever reason, because it's serious. The lady is Melanie King, the YouTuber blogger, and I will send you your dollars today, babe. I know they racially profiled you. The whole setup was a lie. You're under investigation because you're late on rent. A place you didn't even live at. No, I think they saw black people in a driveway, ran tags, and it went from there. Because the landlord never mentioned the white dually truck being there, and if y'all lived there, that white truck would have been in the driveway along with the vehicle she drove, which would have been a G-Wagon. Sonya, but Nesto had vehicles in the driveway, ma'am. He only mentioned vehicles you never drove that were stored. So what? Plus, on the lease, all vehicles are listed. These lies will be exposed. Ernest, okay, thank you. You're right on everything you're saying. Ernest, I talked to Deon and he's going to send what Baba Lady needs to her, the video. Now, everyone is saying I was at wrong place, wrong time. Driving down the street of the home where you're not paying rent, you were at the right place because that's where you intended to be. I mean, he thinks people going to think it was a coincidence that he was driving down the same street of the home that he's not paying rent at, but his name is on the lease. Wow. Ernest, I need to slow down from being super hype when speaking to bloggers myself. And he referred to you as Shawty and mentioned that he heard your comments but understands you're only upset, etc. And we all are letting the media get under our skin at times. But once he heard your call, he knew you were loyal and not going anywhere. When did Deon say that? Also, it's ridiculous they're under oath telling lies. Shaking my head. So after you told me about the text earlier, I just kept calling him to speak on everything. I hope he has an iPhone that the video sent may be seen clear. After it's seen, everyone will know the real. And 413, Sonya says she's sending funds. Okay, I'm going to stop right there with the text since my focus was the 4/8/24 preliminary pre-indictment hearing. And what Nesto and Sonya are doing going forward is trying to go media, find loopholes in the system, and get their hands on this bogus tape.
So he got no bail. So I guess the main thing was that there was no bail reduction. And Nesto is going to have to collect quite a bit of money to get his behind out of jail.
Therefore, based on the testimony that I heard, I believe and I find probable cause. And that was the probable cause hearing.
Thanks for watching. Bye.